Welcome to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Richard Tomlin, PRI and SCCA endurance race at MSR Houston. Later,
boy, he sure does have a lot of initials.
Later, a look at the stories making headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us. Yes, he does. We have given him lots of room to expand all of his titles that he has.
SCCA, PRI, SEMA, head potentate at
BMF.
Apex.
Yeah, all of that. So, Richard, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. We should put the title "Doing Fun Things with Cars."
Well, there's that. So we could throw that in there. I was told that we were going to talk to you on the road coming back from PRI, but clearly that is not the case.
Yeah, my audio coming through from you guys is a little bit rough this morning, but yeah, I had planned on being up this morning driving and catching a roadside visitation with you, but in coming in last night, the roadways cleared off about midnight, and I said, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and drive the rest of the way in. So when everybody else fell asleep, we made the long run in, and 14 and a half hours door to door, so not a bad day.
14 and a half hours.
Door to door.
Door to door. That's good.
From
PRI. Tell everybody
was that Vegas?
No, Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
So tell everybody what PRI is.
Tell you about what? One more time.
Tell everybody what PRI is.
Oh, PRI is the Performance Racing Industrial Show. It happens in Indy right after SEMA. So it is basically everything racing, from who's making heads, who's making crankshafts, to things like batteries. It's all there. It's all available. Unlike SEMA, where it's a lot more of a show-based, I say show like as in show car-based, PRI is actually what we use to build the cars, how we make them work, and how we make them pretty. Not as much on the decoration side of vehicles. It's actually the race side of vehicles.
I got you. How many square feet is that, Richard?
Too much. I did 22 miles day one of walking.
Holy cow.
So,
22
so
miles.
I go there with a little different intent. I go there to see what I want to see, make my lap, and then I go back on the second day to see anything I missed the first day, because it's so busy. You may want to talk to somebody at a booth, but you can't get in and talk to anybody because of how crowded it is, and that's why we skip Saturday too. It's a very, very large show. I don't know the numbers compared to SEMA, but it's a completely different culture and feeling. And if you're into racing, drag racing, circle track, road race, any of that, and you're not at PRI, you need to be. SEMA is not where that show is at. PRI is where you want to be.
When I think of a racing show with parts, all I can think of is engines, transmissions,
connecting rods, pistons.
Right. And maybe perhaps, do they have chassis there that you can buy?
A lot of that, but you've also got all your safety equipment that comes into play as well. You've got your seats, suspension's a big deal. And then each one of the individual disciplines kind of has their focus. So you've got your circle track, to your drag racing, to your road racing, to jet boats that they had some of those there this year. They had drag race sleds, completely aluminum drag race sled. It was pretty amazing. I'd never seen one of those before. So
a drag race sled. That would be something that Conrad and I would do, a tandem sled.
Well, it's a snowmobile sled.
Yeah.
Built out of aluminum to race on asphalt. They basically put a drag slick around the belt instead of it being the belt for the snowmobile that you put in the snow to grab the snow. It's a Hoosier-style slick that wraps around it. It's got like rollerblades on the front instead of skis, and they drag race these things, and the videos were absolutely astounding. So I'd seen videos before, but the videos they had there, I mean, picking the front skis up off the ground and just riding the rear track all the way down.
Wow.
With super glue on your butt to stay on.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, all I can think of, those nitro bikes that they race in the quarter mile.
Well, they spray a stickum on their seat and on their behind so they stay attached.
I wouldn't know that. I'll just take your word for it. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, no, I'm good. Hey, do you have any butt glue? Because that's what it is.
They probably sell it at PRI.
Did you find any butt glue there, Richard?
Getting way too much echo and feedback.
Yeah.
I'm getting like every fifth word.
Every fifth word. Well, I'll tell you what, don't worry about it. And
Okay.
These two boys over here have got something going on, and I don't know what it is, but I don't.
What's interesting, Don, is yours was working a little bit back, and now yours is doing the same thing Conrad's is.
Yeah. Well, I can't answer that.
So were you at PRI as a buyer or as a seller?
If those guys can hear me, I will tell you that tomorrow we've got a CRE happening, which is basically a 5.5 hour endurance race at MSR. We will be having this opportunity for people to come out and actually see the SCCA, learn a little bit about what we do in a low pressure area. Basically any cage car, we can get you out on track, but this is a good spectator event. We'll have some of the open wheel cars there. Think junior F1 style. We'll also have some of the older spec racer Fords that'll actually be out there running as well. So this may have about 50 cars out there tomorrow. So swing by and see us at MSR Houston. Starts at 9 a.m.
Great invite. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm sorry for the technical problems, but can you hear us any better now? No, I guess not. I don't know what Mr. Mars is doing down there, but
we're just going to do a visit to Studio A is what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, we're going to try to fix that. So, Richard, it's great talking to you. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
All right.
So, at any rate, that was Richard Tomlin, Apex Auto Works. Just got back PRI and endurance race coming up.
Yeah, apparently he drove all night because that was the original deal. He was going to be
that's
on
what
the
he
road.
They
14 hours.
Put 14 hours in and got back.
Yeah,
the roads were clear.
I